And there is certain values and certain upbringings and certain just commonalities that are there that are important that help get you a little closer. When you're having those that pastime that you have with that special person, when you're just chilling and stuff, y'all just kind of get some of the same things, or you have similar life experiences, so you kind of on the same page. So I think that that makes a difference. But overall, I do agree with what you're saying. Purple.
Because you actually got,
We-
he asked in the chat, should guys in their 30s focus on younger women? In the 30s, Marcus? 'Cause Marcus, you're in your 20s though, right?
No, I'm in my 30s, in my early 30s.
your
In
early
your early
30s,
30s?
Marcus? Oh, okay, I thought you were younger. Okay.
Now you
Yeah,
got
so
maybe,
yeah, that's a valid question, though, right?
hey,
Oh, yeah.
some motherfucker back in the day, I won't say back in the day, but a little while ago, I'd be out with Marcus, and Marcus would bag these young ass chicks or something like that. And he tried to wing man me. I said, these motherfuckers too young, man. I said, I can't relate to him. I'm like, you look young. I say, I look like I'm older, man. It's just not gonna work, man. It's like two different crowds, man. So I said, if I ain't getting to choose, I'm not fucking with that conversation, man, because I already know what time it is.
Sometimes older women, they just be too complicated, though. They just be too
Younger women, or older women.
the older women, they be
He
having
said
too much.
older.
For me, I be feeling like they be having too much trauma, too much baggage, and it just be too difficult. You know what I mean?
Marcus, like
Too difficult.
what do you need to have with the younger ones? Like what do you need to have in common with them? That's why I don't understand. Like I've always dated younger women. I don't need anything in common with you. I'm working all the time. Like I don't even watch TV with my girl. Like we don't watch no TV shows together. Like we might watch a movie every once in a while. I might take her to the movie or something, but I
Yeah.
don't spend
That's
time with her. Like we might bullshit or something, but as time goes on, she starts to starts becoming more like me. Like starts like knowing everything that I do and everything I say, and she becomes smarter based off of my conversations I'm having, and she hears me on the phone and stuff. These girls will accumulate to what you're doing, and like if you just have to be with the young women that aren't ruined yet. Like the older women are all ruined in my opinion, not all of them, but a lot of them are. I think that they can get over their trauma too, but once again, rarely. A lot of them aren't going to their therapist, so it just depends. But yeah, dude, like you just need help with defining the good young women, and if you're on your purpose,
Facts.
they'll come to you, bro. Like a lot of the guys just don't know where to go find the girls today.
So you
You know
say
yes.
what? I
That's a
think
focus
you're
on
that's
the
a
right,
younger
straw man
ones.
argument.
but I'll say this: like I'm in the age, and I'm probably not kind of close to where Marcus or where Purple's at, but I'm at an age where I can date up or I can date down just as equally, just as easy. You know, I spend more time typically down than up, but there's some mostly like my age, maybe a couple years difference or whatever. And there is certain values and certain upbringings and certain just commonalities that are there that are important that help get you a little closer. When you're having those that pastime that you have with that special person, when you're just chilling and stuff, y'all just kind of get some of the same things, or you have similar life experiences, so you kind of on the same page. So I think that that makes a difference. But overall, I do agree with what you're saying. Purple, like when they're younger, they definitely assimilate with what you're doing and getting on your page, especially if you're exuding those type of leadership capabilities and that energy.
I mean, I think we having a different conversation though, because when I was out with Marcus, he don't understand. As a 53-year-old man at the time who was out, it just wasn't aligning. I mean, these girls in their 20s on 53, he in his early 30s. It just wasn't aligning. So I still think it's a difference.
It
Don't
is.
you
Marcus,
feel like they
the
difficult
the
though?
whole oh, go ahead. What was that?
Yeah. I say,
Huh?
don't you feel like they kind of a little bit more like they're a little bit more like uh difficult, you know what I mean? With difficult just to date.
Hell yeah.
Battles.
Older or younger?
You talking about older women?
Older.
Yeah, you talking about older
I
women.
mean, yeah, it's you're dealing with a lot more that comes with them for sure. Other lot of experiences, not so good experiences in their past, clearly because they're single now. So whatever they were doing wasn't working, or the type of dudes they were dealing with wasn't working. They either got tricked, they either got scammed, they either made just bad decisions. you know,
Trauma.
overall. So
I mean,
yeah.
they all didn't get tricked and scammed. That's the. Don't throw that out there.
I said, or they made bad
Some of them
decisions.
just
I said, or
fucking
they made
wasted
bad
their
Man,
time.
all these women from Atlanta.
I said I said they bad decisions too,
Yes,
Shan.
sir.
Hey,
They
Marcus,
have
can I
poor
keep it?
decision making. Poor
Can I keep it a beam with you, Marcus? I want to keep it a beam, bro. It all depends on you, bro. Whether they're younger or older or whatever. It's all whatever your program is, what you're willing to accept, whatever the case may be. How are you going to run your program? You feel me? What type of guy are you? You know, how confident are you? You know, it's all on you. It's just like, let's just say if you Allen Iverson, I don't, or Kyrie Irving. Kyrie don't give a shit how good the defender is. I'm going to get by you, period. So what are your goals? Are you trying to date? Are you trying to casually have sex? What are your goals with these younger or older women? Like, what phase are you in right now? You trying to casually date or you trying to find a wife?
I mean, of course, you know, you're trying to find a wife, but with older, they got a whole lot of baggage. They got a whole lot of trauma. So you really don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? You want something that's a little bit more that don't have them type of trauma and, you know, that baggage.
You trying to have kids?
What do you consider baggage? What do you consider baggage?
Baggage, the experience, the trauma.
Bodies,
You know what I mean?
bro.
Like,
Just too many bodies.
Well, you don't think these young chicks have more bodies than some of these older chicks?
Right,
mold,
right.
hair all over the goddamn place. That goddamn attitude that won't change. Fucking.
Hold on, Jay, y'all act like these young girls ain't got all of this shit right now. Plus some.
Dude, it's
I get with young women, man. Yes, they got bodies on them.
Yes, these young chicks.
Well, yeah, the shitty
Serious
ones, the ones
bodies.
on dating
Yeah.
apps, the ones on Instagram, like the Instamods. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, they got crazy bodies, but you
I'm not on no damn
find ones that are
dating
young and they don't. The older women, for sure, bro. The older women, 30 to 35, 1,000% have 30 plus bodies. They will lie to you and say, "Oh, I only have 5, 10, whatever." No, those women are trying to manipulate and lie because they know how much they're going to be judged for it. No, but you never trust 30 to 35 women. They for sure have way higher bodies.
You're thinking these young girls ain't got these 30 plus bodies too. These young girls
Some
got
do. The shitty ones.
They do.
The shitty ones, the ones with personality disorders, the ones that like are on dating apps.
He's talking 20. He's talking 22 and 23. So I mean, like, you know, you're gonna have some bodies on there, but he's saying in comparison to the 35-year-old.
It's apples and oranges.
Marcus,
fellas, you guys got to remove the sexual component from it. Let's see, Hink, when you saying that these young girls got a lot of bodies, okay, cool. They say they got a lot of bodies, and the older women they got a lot of bodies. What else? The older women got a lot more that's gonna drive a man crazy that the young women haven't gotten to yet.
Right.
And so, and that's what I'm saying.
Heartbreak, all that.
Notwithstanding the sexual component, there's a whole lot of other shit that you're gonna have to deal with.
I ain't got time for childish games and conversation. That's one thing I don't want to deal with. And these young girls, them heifers got as many bodies some of these OG women y'all talking about.
Yeah,
like
I agree with
as
that.
far as the experience, okay, you might be right. A little bit different trauma. They may come with kids. It's possible. Yeah, that's possible. You know, so if I'm willing to deal with that, I'm willing to deal with that. I'm 47,
right.
So you know, I gotta expect a woman gonna have kids if I'm dealing with a woman, you know, my age range. That's to be expected.
I know.
Marcus, do you want her to bring kids to the table or have no kids?
Say that again.
Do you want her to already have kids or have no kids and want to have kids?
I mean, I prefer no kids. You know what I mean? I want me a little trophy. So I feel like kids come with blemishes. You know what I mean? And that don't really look, you know, cool or whatever.
He said come with blemishes.
So look, Marcus,
I'm still in that one.
If I'm you, I'm focusing on where I can meet quality women. So say, for instance, for me, when I got back to Chicago after college, I joined the Chicago Urban League, and they had a thing called the Metro Board.
In Chicago too, just so you know, Sean. He in Chicago.
Okay, yeah. So join the Metro Board. It's part of the Chicago Urban League. It's for young professionals. What happens is you'll meet a lot of professional women, but you get to interact on a level that's not. It's a low pressure situation because there are lots of meetings, there's lots of events, and you get to interact with women where you're not going on a date, but it's a bunch of group activities where you get to vet one another. You're not spending a bunch of money, and you get to organically see what they're about, and then you get to pick and choose from there. But these are women who have already been filtered and they're successful. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I would say start. Instagram and all that, bro. It's a bunch of joints I ran through.